Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're cutting through all the glossy marketing to answer one really core question. Which of the big three anti-Google browsers, Zen, Arc, and Vivaldi, actually delivers on privacy, without making you take a huge leap of faith?
Right. And they're all in this race to replace Chrome, but they take completely different approaches. You could almost frame them as the Saint, the Swiss Army knife, and maybe the high-tech gamble.
Okay, I like that.
All three block trackers, of course. That's just the bare minimum now. But our mission is to see who really protects you in 2025.
Okay, let's unpack that. Let's start with the Saint. That's Zen, right? It's based on the Firefox core.
Yeah.
What's their main strategy here?
So Zen's strategy is actually pretty elegant. They collect nothing.
Nothing.
Literally nothing. They physically ripped all the telemetry mechanisms out of the browser. For anyone listening, telemetry is just that data collection that phones home to the developer.
Right.
But the crucial part is that Zen is open source.
Yeah.
The code is all right there on GitHub for anyone to audit.
So you don't just have to trust their marketing promise.
Exactly. You can actually verify it. You can see for yourself there's no data collection happening, that auditability is the key. It's practically a guarantee of privacy.
And what about performance? Does all that purity come at a cost?
Actually, no. It's the opposite. Because it's built on Firefox's quantum engine and they've stripped out all the extra stuff, it runs super light on memory. Privacy and performance are tied together here.
Okay, so if Zen is the pure, minimalist choice, Vivaldi is this Swiss Army knife. It's packed with features, built-in email, calendar. It feels like a whole office suite. What's the trade-off?
Vivaldi is definitely the feature-heavy one, and they're based in Norway, which is a big plus. It means they operate under strict GDPR protection.
But they do collect some data.
A little, yeah. To support all those features, they collect a unique user ID and your screen resolution once every 24 hours.
Okay, so if they're GDPR compliant, why do they still need to phone home for that kind of info?
Well, they say it's for performance tuning, quality control. It's minimal, but it does mean you still have to place some trust in them, especially when you see its memory usage can get up around 400 megabytes pretty easily.
Right. Which brings us to Arc, the high-tech gamble. They get so much buzz for their innovation vertical tabs, spaces. It looks great, but it's closed source, and it collects your name, your email, usage data. How is that really any better than Google?
That is the absolute core question you have to ask. Arc is a maximum trust scenario.
Okay.
You're trading your personal data and the ability to even see the code for that innovative design. And that's where it really hits home when we look at their security history.
This is where it gets really interesting. You flagged a pretty critical security incident with Arc from back in August 2024.
Yeah.
What happened?
So a security researcher found a massive flaw in how Arc had configured its backend on Firebase. It was a critical one.
How so?
It meant that anyone who got a hold of your user ID could inject malicious JavaScript right into your browser.
Wait, with zero user interaction? You mean a hacker could run their own code inside my browser, and I wouldn't even have to click on a bad link?
Exactly. This wasn't just a data leak. This was basically a remote control bug. It could have enabled remote code execution on a massive scale.
Wow.
Now, to their credit, Arc patched it in 24 hours. They confirmed no one was exploited, but the community backlash over how severe it was, well, the bug bounty they paid jumped instantly from $2,000 to $20,000.
That says a lot. It really highlights the risk you take with a closed-source platform that's holding onto your personal data.
It does.
So let's bring it all together. What does this mean for someone trying to pick their browser for the day-to-day?
Well, if we just look at the facts, Arc gives you that amazing, innovative interface. But after that August incident, it demands maximum trust. Vivaldi is your Swiss Army knife, all the features you could want, with decent GDPR-protected privacy.
In Zen?
And Zen offers verifiable, auditable privacy and the lightest memory footprint. By design, it is the most secure choice.
So it really boils down to this. You have innovation that requires absolute trust, like Arc, versus verifiable code that requires vigilance for the community, like Zen. And the question you have to ask yourself is, does the best interface ever justify that kind of risk?